It's Arunava Chaudhuri and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. Some of you, or maybe all of you, know that I try and do regular evening shows at around 9:45 p.m. India time to discuss the latest in Indian football. And one thing which I observe again and again and again is that certain fans have certain views, believe in certain things, but don't want to recognize facts. There are people who argue, who actually want to shove through their viewpoint. And when I try to explain to them, you're wrong, or it doesn't make sense what you're saying, they don't like it. And that is something which I especially see with fans of numerous clubs. When you criticize the club and say, listen, your club needs to work differently, your club needs to operate differently, needs to do things in the right way. These people, first of all, don't agree. Some argue, some abuse you, some attack you, at least luckily only so far on social media, I would say. But they don't want to accept the facts. But I also say, I can't be right on everything and with everything. But I do know a few things about football. I do know a few things about the governance of the game, having set up different clubs, franchises, entities, not only in India, but also in other parts of the world. And that experience, that practical knowledge, is something which you can't buy, which you can't learn by reading, by watching videos. That is one of my biggest concerns, that you see a lot of people, and it's not just an Indian football thing, I see that generally, international football, that people read a lot, listen to a lot, watch a lot, and think they understand the game. And I always say one thing out of own experience. It is one thing to be the fan of football or any other sport. But when you work in the game, when you have that experience, that knowledge, those interactions, it is very often something totally different. And that is something to understand, to gauge, to know that things are done in a certain way. I also say a lot of the truths which are out there, the realities, are publicly not discussed. People don't know. And that to me is a disturbing fact. When I say the truth and the facts are out there, and everybody can either read it or watch it. Or when I talk in my lives, try to explain to people certain things, sometimes I don't go into details because certain things cannot be explained in 30 seconds or even in a minute. A lot of things are just simple experience. And those experiences shape you. Those experiences help you in the future, in the next instance, to take decisions. To me, that is something which is very, very important. And as long as that isn't understood, I find it very, very difficult. I find it actually tiring, trying to explain again and again and again general facts. That's why I say I've created now over 800 videos here on Indian football in the last few years. Watch them. There's a lot of things that if you want, you can learn, you can understand, and then ask. Certain things are not just simply possible. And certain things will not happen. It is like Nobody outside of India is waiting for Indian players to come. There needs to be a lot of circumstances for an Indian footballer to get a chance abroad, a realistic chance abroad. Juniors going abroad, very, very difficult. And things in and around the AIFF, rules and regulations. There's a lot. And as I say, I like to have those conversations with fans, discussions with fans. But maybe, if I'm telling you, just believe me, it's something that I've either experienced myself, seen myself, watched myself, and know. But again, make up your own mind. And as I also say, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything. But that, what I know, I will stand by. I will not change my opinion. And that's me. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree with me? Do you have a different viewpoint? Write the things down in the comments below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com. Now we're back very soon. Arunava Chaudhuri signing off. Bye for now.